I mean, it was really a good show.
I really enjoyed today's guest, Darren. He was so amazing. Wasn't he? I mean, he gave us some really, really good points today.
Yeah. You know, it's funny how you can have a show expecting to turn out one way, and it ends up turning out better than you expected.
I know,
really
exactly. I mean, it was just really, really interesting, the points that he had to give us. Oh,
Hi, I'm Darien Marshall.
and I'm Darius Jones.
And together we are the Fabulous Ones.
And welcome to another episode of And So It Is.
Mm-hmm.
And the guest that we're talking about today, his name is Don Joseph Goewy.
Mm-hmm.
And you can find him on the web at www.mysticcool.com.
Mm-hmm.
It was really interesting. I mean, he talked about how to reduce your stress.
Oh, yes.
And he is no stranger to that. I mean, he was really, really professional craft in his field. I mean, he was a top executive at a prestigious university, Stanford University, and a wife. I mean, and brain tumor, he talked about that and how he overcome all of that.
Yeah, I mean, this guy had like the perfect life.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, everything fell apart. I mean, down to the brain tumor, and then he went into all kinds of panic attacks. It was really, really crazy. Then all of a sudden, he had this epiphany. His life just exploded. It was as if something beautiful took over. And he was able to get his whole life straightened out. And he was sharing that information with us today.
Yeah.
It was really wonderful.
And throughout the show, I mean, he gave us great examples. He gave us practical tools to use. He even gave us this exercise to use called the clear button.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I've never heard that before. But the exercise is really simple in that you kind of imagine the stress level rising. And then you take your palm, right?
Yes.
And then you see in the middle of your palm a button, and it's invisible. And then you take your opposite hand and just press it, and just feel yourself removing the stress.
Yeah, yeah.
And it actually worked, and I really, really enjoyed that. And it really gave you some things to really think about in order to reduce your stress. Because yes, we are stressful humans. We go through things, and it poses a problem for us.
You know, and I like what you just said. You know, he emphasized that when we have stress, that's part of our really natural human makeup.
Yeah.
It's sort of a defense mechanism. But just like everything else, from when we sneeze, we have runny noses, vomiting, things like that are natural body functions that help protect our bodies. But sometimes they get out of whack.
Yeah.
And then we end up getting really, really sick. And he helped us to appreciate that, you know, when that stress thing gets out of whack, it can totally ruin your life, but we do have the power to straighten it out and get control over our lives.
Yeah. One interesting thing that I really liked what he said was, in order to reduce your stress, the good thing to do is take a 30-minute walk around in the park.
Yeah, that was good.
And I love parks. And that was something that I could feel close to, or I can feel that I can do where it's not so strenuous or just something out of the ordinary. It's just very simple.
Yeah,
just
very simple.
Take a walk. Yeah, just take a walk. And maybe you might not want to take a walk in the park. Maybe you want to do something else. Maybe you want to read. Maybe take a bubble bath.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know, call up friends. Something that will get you out of your stressful mood. And as he mentioned, it's all in your mind.
Yeah.
It's a mental thing. Interesting.
The one thing that I really appreciated from the whole conversation, that's with a lot of people that we have on our show, it seems to be all about us just getting some type of control over our lives.
Yeah.
And it seems that when you can, like you said, you take a nice walk or maybe do the dishes or something like that, it just gives you the idea or the feeling that I am taking steps to improve this situation. Because usually when we're all stressed out and we're full of fear and we're just going crazy, we feel a sense of being out of control. But once we can get back in control, then so many wonderful things can happen.
Absolutely. And that was the title of his book, his new book, Mystic Cool. And I love that title.
Oh, yeah,
it just puts you in the mood of just being just peaceful. So it's cool, calm, collected.
Oh, yeah.
And just make you just, you know, float on air. That mystic cool. So that's another way to reduce your stress. It's just be in a cool place. Hey, it's
but
cool.
we don't want to tell you everything. we want you to go back and actually listen to the show.
Exactly.
So go to www.blogtalkradio.com/It's All About You and join in the fun. You'll be glad that you did.
Yes.
This is good coffee,
it's
though.
good, yeah.
Fabulous, like we are.
Flavor.